With the last pick of the lottery at number 14, the San Antonio Spurs have selected Carter Bryant out of Arizona. This to me feels like a home run pick in terms of just fit, what else they have going on for them, how they are building. Bryant is the perfect play finisher type who can knock down pick and pop threes. He can attack a closeout. He's athletic enough to catch lobs from whoever is facilitating with the ball in their hands on this team. I love this selection. What about you, Dion?
I like it too. So I think San Antonio with Dylan and Vic. You also have Castle, De'Aaron, Sohan, Keldon Johnson, Vassell. The list kind of goes on and on. Um, you like your roster's kind of like solidified, right? So now you're swinging for the fences in terms of who can be better than what we already have to subsequently make somebody else available. I
Mhm.
think Carter Bryant's the perfect swing for the fence in this draft. You don't necessarily need anything. You're not drafting for need right away, but if Carter Bryant like hits on what Carter Bryant could possibly be, we're talking about an all-star.
Mhm.
If you just drafted an all-star at 14, that makes Sohan very available. Sohan was available to get Kevin Durant. They probably should have done that, neither here nor there. But like I think you have a ton. You're adding a ton of value to this team to go make a splash move.
Yeah, I agree with that. The only thing I would push back on is like I don't necessarily see all-star potential. I just see like super high-end role player, longtime starter on like a playoff team. That to me is what Bryant fits that mold. And I would say it even comes down to like, well, in this case for San Antonio, where we were just talking about this with Dylan Harper, De'Aaron Fox, Stephon Castle, and Wimby, like all those guys like having the ball in their hands, and they're all I mean, I would still say I think Harper, Fox, Wimby, very good with the ball in their hands. I know you'd probably push back on Fox at this point in his career. Castle, jury is still out, but Brian is someone who doesn't need the rock to contribute. And I would say, like, in one sense, if you're drafting him to be an offensive focal point, you're going to be disappointed because almost everything he did at Arizona this past year was created by someone else. Like, almost all of his field goals were assisted. But I think he's going into a situation where that's what he's going to be asked to do, and you're going to get the best version of him because of that. He's a ridiculous athlete, great defender, has all the physical tools. And I think the jumper was supposed to be the question mark coming into this year. He shot 37% on decent volume. So, yeah, I'm a big fan of Bryant. I think you've seen even like this Arizona wing model succeed with Benedict Mathurin, who was great throughout the NBA playoffs. Yeah, I think there's a world where he's like a Jaden McDaniels type player who eventually can do a little bit more self-creation, can attack off the bounce more than he can right now, but be that great defender who dunks everything when he's close to the basket.
Hey, I hope you're right. But Jaden to me, yeah, they might have Kevin Durant, but we got Jaden McDaniels.
Yeah.
Don't ever forget that. Don't ever forget that. Like I think Jaden is a hell of a player. Probably the best 3-and-D wing in the league.
Mhm.
If Carter Bryant could become that, man, oh man, the Spurs are going to be really, really good for a very long time.
To be clear, that is the ceiling. And I have to like add this caveat. I feel like we're about to be in an era where every athletic 3-and-D wing gets compared to Jaden McDaniels, so I want to get ahead of that. But yeah, to me, that's the ceiling right there. But yeah, I love this pick for the Spurs. I think it's a home run fit and just a great situation for him to come into where, he'll be able to continue to define and refine and develop his game while also be able to like slot into what he is already good at and get on the court.
Do you think he gets on the court year one? Like substantially on the court, not just like filling in here and there.
Oh, that's a good question. I might be contradicting myself. I think he'll get a shot. I could see him getting like 20 minutes a game.
Whoa,
You think he'll
that's a
be
lot.
what would you set the over under for his minutes?
Like a 10 and a half. I think he hits the under. I think he spends a ton of time in the G.
Yeah. Yeah.
This team's very solidified, and I think they're going to add vets too.
Mhm.
And it's an already solidified team. Like their starting five's done, right?
Mhm.
Fox, Harper, Castle, Sohan, Vic. You might sub one of Castle or Harper for Vassell,
Mhm.
right? And now you're moving one of them to the bench. Off the bench, now you have one of those two. You have Blake Wesley. You have Keldon Johnson. You haven't signed anybody yet. Still have Harrison Barnes, by the way. This is a very, very deep team. And I don't mean deep from the standpoint of um, like extremely good. Like, I don't think this is the Thunder deep, But
Sure.
I think it's deep from the standpoint of you have a lot of solidified roles. I don't know where Carter Bryant fits into that. With that in mind, I do think that's the perfect landing spot for him. I think if he had to play right away, that's also an issue.
Hmm. Fair takes. Fair pushback for sure. Maybe 20 is a little bit ambitious, but you know I'm optimistic. So I like this pick a lot. I think Carter Bryant just landed in a good situation, and we're both high on his upside. So shout out to you, San Antonio.